Oh, you guys. Okay, so I'm shoot. Hello. So all of a sudden, I cannot play my my McGruff clips. It is no longer available on the free version of StreamYard. The last time we were here, I could play it. I got no notification, like updated terms of service with StreamYard. I'll be right. Prairie Queen's backstage. She I got started without her, but I'll bring her on in a second. I'm gonna to be dismayed for a bit, and you guys can join me in my dismayment. I think I just made up that word, my dismayment. Yeah, I can't use my Grampy Lobster Tribute McGruff clips. I've got the cocaine one, I've got the marijuana one, I've got the inhalants one. I wonder if I can play my Wendell clip. No, it says, "See what you get by upgrading." The free plan comes with one example video. If you'd like to share your own videos, check out our upgraded plans. Phew. I used to have a paid version of StreamYard. It was costing me $25 a month. My daughter, who came in and helped me readjust my budget because I wasn't good at so anyway, I've been using the free version. So just for the heck of it, I checked out what if I do like a crowd fund or whatever and get a paid version. It's gone up to $49 a month. That's almost half my grocery budget, you guys. I can't play, so I don't know if I'm gonna sing an intro or what. I am just it let me do the countdown. No, it let me do the background music. I couldn't even do the countdown. Let me see if I can do the countdown. Who cares about a countdown? What if I delete that? Okay, I'm removing overlay name. Okay, save. No, I just wanna delete the countdown. Hide. Okay, hide. Okay, now I'm gonna try the marijuana. Nope, it won't let me do it. Okay, well, let's get on with it. God, that's just well, I hope it's gonna let me share what I was gonna share with you guys today, me and Prairie Queen. Okay, so God, I'm so rattled. That just s harshed my vibe, you guys. StreamYard, you booger pants. Stream oh, okay, so here we go. Hi, Prairie Queen.
Hello.
Welcome to my disappointment. It doesn't it suck?
It does. My God. It's what a money grab,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
upgrade. Yeah, God.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
Y yeah, so unless I can get around it by doing the tabs like I have for the and then just play it kind of b I don't know. That's too much for my head to wrap around right now. Oh,
Well, yeah, I hate that when out of left field something like this pops up and it just rattles you and it takes you a while to get mentally back on track.
yeah, it's like the shortage model, the deficiency model, and, take away what uh, sort of like our government, but
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Ours too.
yeah. Oh, man. Oh,
But
yeah.
$49 a month. Oh my God.
And it doesn't even come with that many well, I don't know. They have a total support system. When I did have the paid version, I was getting emails and videos and how to from StreamYard, good
Mhm.
team over there. They'll answer questions like in real time. They're wonderful, but they're they've gotten too big for my britches, you know?
I've heard other people complaining in the last week about they were having problems with StreamYard, and
Mm.
some people were even considering switching, but they didn't want to go to OBS.
Ah,
Um, and I don't know. I'm just finding my electronics in general are acting weird. It's like it took me forever to get in here.
I thought, "Okay, she's having a couple of issues, she'll jump in when she can."
Yeah,
But, it's too bad.
but well, if anything, I'm just gonna blame it on the new moon.
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well. Yeah,
something's in retrograde and solar flares, this and that, and yeah,
yeah, some
that's the only thing that keeps me calm. It's like, okay, it's not my problem. It's the universe.
it is, might as well blame something or somebody or just something beyond our control. Let's just
Exactly.
yeah, I like to, pay it. Okay, so she does Scorpios on, I think, Mondays and Fridays. Okay, my favorite tarot/astrologer these days is, it's called Sacred Knowledge Tarot.
Yes, I'm
Her
so
name
glad you like her. She's
I
awesome.
I think yeah, you turned me on to her. Her name is Ria, and
Yes.
she's just lovely, and she's pretty darn good, pretty darn good, and she's a pretty lady, and she's her comportment what do you ever you call that, she's nice to listen to and to watch, and, yeah, she's very polished, and yeah, and she talks about her journey, about how she decided she was gonna land on YouTube, and she was gonna do it right, and she was gonna follow her passion. Anyway, it's a whole big thing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, so okay, so I gotta look over in the chat. Okay, so comments, what's going on over in the chat? Jonocide was first up.
Hello, Jonocide.
Everybody's favorite little brother. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Lady Di. Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh man. Uh, so far so good, Lady Di, except for, my StreamYard is, kicking my butt. The last little vestige of um cool stuff that I had was, Grampy Lobster's stuff that I played on his behalf, but anyway, enough about my problems, let's talk about me, Lady Di. Um, Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so what I I wanna, talk a little bit about and we talked about it a little bit, um, on off ca line about, co-hosting stuff and sidekicking stuff, and you had said that you wouldn't mind a bit, maybe being referred to or talking about being co-host.
Um, I'm gonna have to say that I think it's pretty much a given right now.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, but, there's been I guess we'd call this a soft opening, but yeah, she's sidekicking it with me, you guys, and I am so grateful and, so glad that she's willing to be a good sport and stuff, but here's why I'm talking about that is that, um, that we are in need of a brand, a marketing thing. You know, we should, sell merch. Um, you know, my okay, never mind that bulbous-nosed monkey, Vaughn,
I was
but
gonna say that's fun.
it is, but I have one of the little things I did for, like, I think it's Teespring is I did a coffee mug, a white coffee mug. I don't think it's been released yet, but that's the image that I had for a while. I've cut a switch, run. Um, but, mm, that that artwork served its purpose. I don't wanna use that artwork anymore. That artist was quite lovely,
Mhm.
um, and, paid for those images. They were really mine, mine, mine. But I'd like to do okay, does Christina Blackfeather, she did Grampy Lobster's artwork.
She's a fabulous artist.
She's a fabulous everything she
Yeah.
does, crafter, artist, gardener, you name it, a educator,
Mhm.
nurse. She's a nurse, I do believe. She's
Mhm.
a but her artwork, Grampy Lobster have Grampy Lobster's mug. But I don't use it, it's in a cabinet. But anyway, she did that, and she did lots of stuff. I think she did Lord Bear. Do you remember Lord Bear? I think he used to cover Shanny.
Yeah,
Okay,
vaguely.
I think he's also Omegon
Okay.
Or Alex. You might be Irate Alex. Irate Alex is Lord Bear, and I think Christina Blackfeather did Lord Bear's artwork. I
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
do
know
believe.
I rate Alex, yeah.
Yeah, boy, it's been a long time since we've seen him. Yep. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, one day I'd like to have like all the old interviews back
Oh, yeah.
again, and you'll be a part of that too, and just catch up with people. I'd like to bring Colette Miller of the Global Angel Wings Project. Love to bring her back, and I've been just making lists in my head.
Mhm.
But anyway, I no longer have a red bob, that hairstyle and that drawing. I have I've done scalp myself. I cut all my hair off, so it's all salt and pepper and gray and stuff. It's very short, very appropriate for an old lady that's starting to look like a little old man. Starting, I've been looked like a little old man for years, but anyway, I'd like to get artwork with that. Like you have curly hair. Yours is gray, right?
Mine's
Blonde?
mine's a very light whitish blonde and wavy. It does curl a little, but, yeah,
Yes.
it's very wavy.
So
Yeah.
in the Christina Blackfeather caricature, that would be you with the white poofy cloud-like hair and then me with a little scrubby. Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know about,
Or a kitty cat and
commissions,
a robin,
a kitty cat and a
like that
rug.
picture I sent you of a cat and a robin hanging out together.
Oh, I know, that was so cute. So, so,
That
so
one.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, something to kick around and think about. There's there's certainly no rush, but anyway, and then we'll
Mhm.
do merch, and then, um, a former co-host had said, "No, if any money that's raised, n on the PayPal or he says, "It's all yours, Robin, blah, blah, blah." And so I was cool with that, more than cool with that. But anyway, the proceeds from any profit from, selling merch, I would split with you dead on down the middle. Um,
Oh,
and and that we'll have like a little income, each of us.
well, there you go.
You got those of us who batch cook when we get paid once a month or whatever. Yeah.
Speaking of the batch cook, I was sitting here this morning and I couldn't believe that that great big 5 pound, yeah, it was a 5 pound chub of hamburger
Oh, that's a lot.
wound up being 2 large freezer bags full of meatballs. And I'm going, it looks smaller than it did before I cooked it.
That's too funny.
And I added stuff to it. So I'm
Yeah, to
going,
the meat.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I put all kinds of crap when I'm making meatball. I make meatballs just like I make my meatloaf. I put the same stuff in it exactly.
yeah, this
The
is what I did.
breadcrumbs, the egg, the herby stuff, the garlic, the minced onion, all the stuff. Yeah. So you have a bounty of meatballs.
Yeah, but when it's in 2 large freezer bags laying flat, it doesn't look like much. It really
Af
doesn't.
after
Um,
all that work.
yeah, 75 meatballs, and I'm going, "That's it?" Like, it looked like a lot until it went into the bags, and I'm going, "That doesn't look like much." But then batch cooking, I don't know where my head's at for batch cooking. I don't know if I'm thinking I need to do half a big freezer of meatballs or what
Yeah,
my expectations were. I don't know.
yeah.
But no, batch cooking all the way, you know?
Oh, no fooling. No
Yeah.
fooling. Y Yeah, it's such a pleasure and such a luxury to just, pull something out of the freezer. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
great.
and you've got your burritos
My
now.
burritos, my 19 burritos. Yeah, I in fact, I had one before we came live because I put it on as soon as, I got up this morning. I have a little slow countertop oven. It's a soft zipper, with a hot element inside, and it's all
Mm,
insulated. It's called a Hot Logic Mini. Hot Logic, HOTLOGIC, all one word. I
mm,
used it at the office, I use it at home. I have 2 sizes, they're wonderful. You pop anything frozen in it,
mhm,
plug it in, and forget about it, and by lunchtime, it's 140 degrees, slightly hotter than eating temperature. You
mhm.
bite into it right away, it'll burn your mouth. But Hot Logic
Oh,
Mini, so I popped it in about, what, 6 this morning, and it was, ready for an early lunch. Hot Yeah, but anyway, yes, you guys, batch cooking is the way to go. Okay, so there are okay, back over in the chat, I wanna do address weather over there. Lady Di is over in the chat. Um, she's been having over 100 degree weather,
oh my god.
112. She's
Oh,
there in Arizona. I can't even imagine, but,
oh, and a
she's
dry heat too.
dry. Yeah, drier than a blotter. Yeah, and
Oh,
she's got, ventilation, she's got air conditioning, she's all set, but holy tamale.
mm,
Whoa, I lived up in the high desert for some years, and you just go from one air-conditioned place to another. That's and quickly because it's awful. Okay, over in the chat, she says she had 121 degrees. A week or so ago, 121.
oh my
That
god.
that kind of heat takes your breath, and, boy, and even though, like, old people, we don't get thirsty,
Mhm.
oddly enough, that's like a trait of that's like one of the badges of aging. You lose your urge to your thirst, your desire. So, reminder to all you old people, we get dehydrated without even knowing it. When we don't pay attention, you can go to ER, and, they'll slap an IV and you to rehydrate you. So stay hydrated, you all.
Well, for myself, I recycled this lemonade bottle,
Mm,
and I don't know if you can buy it in the US. It's called Cabana Lemonade. I
I
think it's
I
out
don't
of
think
British
s
Columbia. Yeah, it's made in Fort Langley, British Columbia.
Okay.
So anyways, it's a nice big glass bottle, and it's 591 mils. So that's roughly well, definitely over 16 ounces. Um, but what I do is, I've got a long straw, and I use that. I fill up my water, and carry that around with me all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
constantly sipping on the water.
yeah.
Um, Having cats, I learned quickly that you can't have a glass of water by your bedside,
And
right?
yeah, and you have a good learning curve, it only takes once.
Well, and a few times of them knocking it over onto the floor. That doesn't help either. That's a major piss off. But when you catch them drinking out of your glass, that's like
Mm,
ew.
I
But
know, cause they lick their behind.
ew, yeah,
Ew. Yeah, they also scoot on the rugs, like, dogs do that too. They'll
yeah.
scoot there. "Oh, lordy, what are you
Speaking
leaving
of
there that I
that,
can't see?" Huh?
but speaking of scooting on butts and licking your behind,
Yes.
tell me more about these man wipes.
Thank you for the segue, Prairie
Well,
Queen.
thank you for
You
opening the door.
yeah, you are so good at this. Yeah, I came across it. I believe it showed up on my Facebook. I don't even know, but I thought, "Boy, how appropriate," and the timing was so good because, okay, here's about Von okay, tip of the hat to Grampy Lobster. Von Helton was a thorn in Grampy Lobster's side for a very long time. They battled back and forth, and Grampy, of course, always got the best of him because Lemmy was on his side, and so was producer Carl. But anyway, back and forth, and, Vaughn, was an animal abuser, and he took advantage of his mom, and I think he's in his early 60s, 60 years old now, but all of his life, he sponged off his mom. But according to him, he was in special forces and had secret deals with the government and was an informant and did all this, anyway, crazy. Anyway, his mom died. He lost acres and acres and acres of his mother's property, been in the family for a good while. So Vaughn, got booted off with the new property owners, and he had a friend, J Dubs, who people say J Dubs. I don't know. I've heard J Dubs say Barach, what do you call it? Baruch Hashem, that Jewish phrase, Yiddish
Yeah,
phrase.
yeah.
And people say that J Dubs is faking being a Jewish person,
I
but
think he is. I think he really is.
yeah,
Um, I
because he
think he's
knows all the lingo, maybe because of the neighborhood he grew up in, he learned. But
right.
he's good at it.
Hey, you know yourself, Robin. You've been around the block many a times. You know, people who want to con people are going to study, do
Yeah,
background.
yeah, yeah,
I think
true.
he's an Irish Catholic, to be honest with you. I'm just guessing, but
Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
guessing he's an Irish Catholic from Jersey. I don't know. I could be very wrong there, but he's
That's
far
so
from.
funny, but all he needs is the little what, the payas at the side. He could pass for Jewish with his physiognomy, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So I know a rabbi that looks like J-Dubs a little bit, but but anyway, um, yeah, so, Vaughn assumed that J-Dubs because J-Dubs talks a good game, Vaughn assumed J-Dubs was gonna be his rescue, and he just started talking about J-Dubs coming to driving from New Jersey to Kentucky, and because he had to be out by Tuesday, or so but anyway, J-Dubs, easily swayed by Vaughn, just went purpling over to pick up Vaughn, and now they're both in New Jersey living in J-Dub's car, and
Yes, I don't think Vaughn actually drove there,
I I know. Yeah, why aren't they filming in Vaughn's car, like, taking turns?
right? And they never talk about either one of them having to make sure they're synchronized in both parking in this together at night.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're always and I picked up on one of their live streams something about Vaughn. They were talking, and Vaughn said, J Dub said something about, passing away or something, and then, or whatever. And Vaughn said, you can't
Yeah.
do that because who's going to drive me around? In other
Mm,
words, J Dubs would be made a reference of being incapacitated for driving. And then Vaughn was like, well, who's going to drive me around? You can't. And I thought,
yeah.
wait a minute, you know,
I'm
um,
wondering if Vonnie's even has a legit driver's license.
I just thought he had a rattly old truck.
A a rattly old truck and, um, I don't know if he's legal to drive in New Jersey or even back in Kentucky. Anyway, they are living in this car,
Right.
um, and they talk about I don't know if we should show the commercial first or the 2 boys talking okay, let's do the 2 boys talk no, let's do the commercial, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna do the commercial, and of course, this came at just the perfect time, so we just had to talk about this. Okay, so I'm going to do okay, I have to go over to StreamYard, the free version. God, I okay, present. Okay, uh, share screen. Okay, here it comes. Are you ready? Here's the commercial.
All right.
Drop your drawers. Get going. Drop your pants. Nothing showing you feel confident and clean.
Feeling confident starts by dropping the toilet paper and picking up Dude Wipes, the extra large, flushable wet wipe that clears instead of smears.
Bottomless confidence, clean and skin free. Drop your pants and show off your Dude Wipes clean on Dude Wipes clean undies.
Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down.
Wasn't that
Okay.
great?
I myself didn't see it, but then I'm on my phone and I might be a little laggy, and sometimes the internet acts up for me. So in chat, did anybody see that video?
Did anybody see that video? Okay, while we're waiting, Lady Di's electric bill is $400 a month. Jeez.
Well, in this heat, I can understand that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. She said yes. Lady Di says yes. So the video showed for you guys the commercial. Wasn't that great? I'm gonna go back
Yay.
and watch it again. And the nice touch was the whitey tidy whiteys run up on the flagpole and they're white as the driven snow. And I don't know if any of you and yes, in the real world, no. In on Robin's channel, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think we
eh
all know what you were going for there.
yeah, I've been married for a really long time, and, know that that can during, living with a man, there can be noticeable laundry issues,
Yeah, and
and
I still don't get it, but it is a thing.
it is a thing. Yeah, Okay, so this clip of and then I okay, beyond this, I'm gonna need help. I wanna do a soundboard. I wanna do a soundboard. When we get rolling with this,
Mhm.
what the Robin Ingersoll channel Glow Up, I I wanna do a soundboard, and then I'll tell you what that's all about, and it starts with, "We'll be back after these messages." So,
Oh, yes.
yeah, so anyway, I want a soundboard with varying versions of that. But anyway, okay, so I'm gonna do invite. Here's John and Vaughn. This clip is of Vaughn and John in John's car. This is from Nats in the Pizza. Nats in the Pizza does a superior job of reporting on Von Helton. Grampy Lobster would certainly be proud. And another one that covers Vaughn is Secular Opinion, uh, Lulzcow Productions. And I don't know if you remember Brad Silverdog.
Yes.
That man's voice, I'd want
Mhm.
him to just read the dictionary to me. That Brad Silverdog has the voice. Oh, but I have not seen him around in a really long time.
It seems like a few people just have disappeared on us,
Yeah, they've gone on to other things, other places, maybe other platforms,
or just
yeah,
went outside, touched grass, and moved on.
and moved on saying, "What have I been doing here?" And then they move on. Okay, so anyway, I am going to show you Gnats and the Pizza. I have slowed this down this because it's not very long, and Vaughn and John, talk about cleanliness and man issues. Okay, so I'm gonna do share a screen. Okay, it's going. Here it goes. Okay, you ready, you guys?
I need a good fucking shower at the gym.
No, you don't.
I
just had a good.
I had a good shower
today.
last night. I need another shower now.
Oh God!
I take a shower every day.
I know you do, John. That's wasting water.
I'm wasting water. Wasting water is woke. Yeah.
Running for scissors.
Shower once a month is more than enough. I
Running
can't
with
do that.
scissors.
I have a day job. I work for a living, so I have to shower every day. Vaughn, you better not be rubbing your ass on my chair.
I am.
Why are you fucking rubbing your ass on my chair?
No, I'm scratching my back.
You're not shit
Oh.
ass. You're fucking
I am
wiping your.
scratching my back.
You better not be fucking.
I don't know, but I have to do this in order for people.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, that's, interesting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you guys, subscribe to Nats and the Pizza, um, for if you wanna keep up with Vaughn and John. Okay, so what did I do here? Shoot, I just eliminated my presenter and okay, I just lost my YouTube thingy, so I closed the wrong tab. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of Vaughn and John. There. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, there you are.
yeah, you threw me backstage.
I was just clicking things and that happened.
Is what I usually say at work. Oh, just clicking on shit.
Just
It's like
click on it.
something's gonna work.
Yeah. Surprise. Yeah. Up.
Okay, I have a question though. Why is he concerned about him rubbing his butt in the seat when, let's face it, Vaughn sleeps in that seat? He farts in that seat.
Yeah.
And if he only showers or and bathes once a month, which I
I
doubt.
if that somebody had like a spreadsheet about how many shows Vaughn did live wearing the same shirt, it
Oh,
went into weeks
yeah.
and weeks and weeks. Yeah.
It was
Uh,
well over 40 some days in the same shirt.
Yeah, and I think that was when he had raided his mom's closet. That shirt had little cap sleeves. It was
Right.
clearly a lady's shirt.
That was, I think, before he even moved into the double wide.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
raiding her closet, same when he was raiding her groceries. And so
So, if okay, it makes sense that you're going to shower every day because you're sleeping in your clothes in the car and it's hot, you know, as well. But with Vaughn, how often is he bathing? J Dubs might be making him bathe more often.
maybe, well, God, yeah, I think J Dubs has to put his foot down. And they said they had a gym membership. They can shower there. Uh, you know, Jewish health services, since J-Dubs, maybe that's why J-Dubs does it, because they are very generous to big charity
Hmm.
organization. So maybe he gets freebies from Jewish health services, Jewish aid. But the showers, they'll anyway. So J-Dubs has it all figured out. But okay, so I want to bring something up. I have two little pages of notes. Okay, so in Canada, do
Hmm.
you guys have or have you heard of In-N-Out Burger?
We don't have it that I'm aware of, but I've heard of it because I am familiar with the U.S.
Okay, but you guys don't have. Okay, so the founder's son, Rick Snyder, it's his birthday today.
Oh,
So happy birthday to Rick Snyder uh, of the legendary In-N-Out Burger empire. They are really good. They are
oh, okay.
re- really good, and they're hot and greasy and real meat. Oh, yeah, they're really good. Fries are good, shakes are good. Anyway, someone else's birthday today. Our also a Grampy Lobster fan supporter, Mark
Ooh,
Tarana.
okay.
Mark Tarana, yeah, it's happy birthday to Mark Tarana. Tirana. I always want to say Torino. That's a different car, but Tirana of automobile name fame. And I do
Hmm.
believe he's related to the original Tirana named after, well, you know where I'm going with that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, getting back to Vaughn, he's living in J Dub's car. J Dubs is like Stockholm syndrome. I don't know how J Dubs is this sort of, he's like a prisoner of Vaughn. He doesn't know how to get rid of him. Nobody'll take him. Um, and J Dubs was living at his car and trying to save money to get a place, like a real house. But here,
Hmm.
and he's having to pay for all of Vaughn's food. Um, and the guy's not, he's short, but he's plump. He's
Hmm.
missed very few meals. So J Dubs is just, but I gotta tell you, seeing Vaughn in nobody likes him. He's pathetic. He's a liar. He's an animal abuser, child abuser, wife abuser. He's all these things. But you know what? I would
Mm.
I'd throw him $20 if I had it. Yeah, okay, so kill me now.
Well,
But
throw him $20 and keep walking, and do not engage in conversation because
yeah, yeah,
he'll stick to you like shit on a blanket.
oh yeah, oh sure, because they'll,
Yeah.
who isn't guilty of that? There must be more where that came from. Yeah, it would be but if I was still working, because I used to, subscribe and donate to people a lot, a lot, a
Hmm.
lot. But, if I was still in that situation, I would throw Vaughn food money once, or I would spring for a room once, cheap one.
Well,
But
the thing is, J
but
Dubs. I think he can afford that. I think they can afford it. You know those cheap motels where you drive up and they have a kitchenette
Yeah,
and you pay
yeah,
by the day or the week or whatever?
yeah.
Move into one of those for God's sakes. We still have I think a couple of them in the major city out of my province. And that's basically where all the welfare people go.
Okay, and I
Well,
think
not all, but some of them do.
back in
Um,
that area, don't aren't they like $49 a night or something like ridiculous
Something
like that?
I would think it would be something relatively cheap because you're getting a bed, bathroom, a kitchenette.
Yeah, microwave.
If they moved into something like, I'm sure there's tons of them in Jersey, and I mean, uh, they could survive living there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but, J-Dubs is sounding really desperate. He says, "I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta get something going for Vaughn, yet somebody's gotta take him off my." I mean, he was, like, talking really fast, stream of consciousness, panic. "I gotta do something with Vaughn. I gotta do something." He's the poor guy's desperate. But they're talking about driving to Missouri to
Yes,
Brett Keane? Is it that
yes.
the Brett Keane?
I I caught that stream too, and I just thought, oh my God,
There's a blast from the past. Brett Keane.
right? But can you imagine? Oh, poor Dawn or Dorn. Um, oh my God.
Yeah. Mm,
I don't
interesting.
think, okay, first of all, my impression was J Dubs was doing the slow, long game troll with Vaughn. He
Yeah,
could have very,
him and Cisco both encouraging him. Yeah, like trolls do. Like
yes. And even Cisco is still, I think, doing it. Mind you, I don't know how old Cisco is. He doesn't sound like um he's been out in the world a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Very naive. That's a good way of putting it. He seems very naive.
Naive, gentle,
Yeah, and living in his
bunny
parents'
rabbit.
house. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, then it appeared on that Tuesday before like still in Kentucky that I think it appeared that J Dubs had slightly ghosted Vaughn, but then by
Yes.
Thursday onward, all of a sudden, boom, he's in his car. That was a perfect opportunity for J Dubs because he was complaining about how he couldn't, he was having troubles with his internet or whatever in communication. He
Uh-huh.
could have really severed the ties. So that shocked me.
Hmm.
And so now he sounds, yes, very panicky. And the idea, and then did you catch that one comment that was he made to Vaughn about finding places to stay or for Vaughn to go and stay at anytime the person hears the name who it is, that it's Vaughn, they automatically say no thank you. I don't know if you caught that stream.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then Vaughn sort of sitting there, making a comment about how, that wasn't good. And he acknowledged that he was notorious um, in that regard. But the thing is, just get a free, one of those cheap um, motels with a kitchenette and just live there. Because
Yeah.
where is he dumping Vaughn when he's doing his Uber runs?
Exactly, and, he says that Vaughn sits in his own car while he's or I don't know. I
And
don't
yet
know.
Vaughn will stream alone while John is out working. And but Vaughn streams alone and he's streaming in a fast food restaurant.
I don't I don't know what kind of a setup there. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. But this whole business of bathing and this and that too. Like, um,
Uh,
I'd
uh,
like to know if they've invested in any kind of man wipes,
oh, of course not.
any kind,
Yeah, yeah, those remember wet naps, wet wipes,
yeah.
what yeah.
That's probably what's going on. They're probably hanging out at the fast food joints collecting those little wet naps.
Yeah, that you go to a chicken place and you get little wet naps.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Ah,
my God. Could you imagine their car parked at night in the shade at a Walmart parking lot? Just visualize this. And outside of the car are all, there's two men in a car,
with a
and
little pile of
outside on both sides of the doors are little piles of used wet naps.
yeah, questionable, on its own, that the vision, of that, the visual, uh, but somebody asked them in their chat, "Are you guys a couple?" Vaughn became enraged. J Dubs was kinda casual, "Oh, no, no, no." Vaughn said, "Don't you ever say anything like that again." I mean, he was, like, venomous in his response. A little kind of over the top. Instead of laughing it off, "Are you guys bros?" Vaughn got, really hot under the collar.
Well, see, also the way J Dubs responded, it was more casual, but he knew it was a joke.
Yeah,
Or
but
or it was his way of just laughing it off because he knew it was they were
yeah,
BSing.
not even
Or
worth his energy, but
exactly.
Vaughn just knee-jerked. Woo, boy.
Well, it was like the other day when we were both watching the one video. I just said, "For God's sakes, kiss already!" Get it over with.
Right? Ooh, and Vaughn does kind of this flirty kinda stuff a little bit with Jay ooh, like he thinks he's cute. You know,
Right?
"Pull my finger," that kind of adolescent kind of, creepy stuff. Yeah, so
Oh man. And I think his nose was a little bit out of joint because J Dubs had a late night booty call with a girl.
oh, that's right. Ah,
And, Vaughn was a little quiet there about the whole thing.
and J Dubs just he buys it. You know, he buys his booty. And,
I'm
'cause he
wondering if
can,
he's, well,
he
I'm wondering if yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, he's buying, yeah. And I'm wondering if J Dubs is not going to just drive Vaughn to Missouri and dump him off and go. Because I can't see J Dubs picking up stakes and moving somewhere else. Mind you, it would be cheaper in Missouri to live.
yeah, yeah, so with Brett King, God, that would be a whole new Von arc,
Oh,
wouldn't it?
I don't think that would last very long, though.
Well, who know well, once Vaughn gets planted, try to move him. He it's
Oh,
almost like eminent domain. J-Dubs can't get rid of Vaughn. It's just this is I used to pay attention kind of off and on,
yeah.
but boy, I am glued to this. Faux show. I
Who
I
was
I
the well, who was the other fellow? I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no, sorry.
there was Cisco. Okay, there's Cisco, but who was the other guy prior to that he bought the dog food for Vaughn back in the day?
Oh,
You remember? You remember? You know who I'm talking about. I can't think of his name.
you're not talking about Todd Malakote.
No, 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 no. It was another guy that would come on and he would um
Suck
talk
up.
and sort of suck up, but also I think he was playing a game with him and riling Vaughn up a bit. But then he went ahead and bought him the dog food, and
Okay.
I
I
think he's
vaguely remember it, vaguely, vaguely.
yeah, he sort of disappeared. But I think he was slow trolling Vaughn.
Oh, okay.
But honest to God, I thought the day, I thought that week that Vaughn was getting kicked out and had to get kicked out by Thursday. I thought for sure during all those shenanigans with the phone problems that J Dubs was having, that I thought he was going to ghost him right then and there, and then Von be wandering around the hills of Kentucky or knocking on a Frost store, you know?
Oh boy, that's a whole other he blamed the frosts for everything, and,
Yeah.
and especially Larry rest his soul.
Oh, yeah.
I liked Big Larry. What
Yeah.
what, like, down to earth, salt of the earth, a good old boy, Larry Frost, and I hope his family's doing okay.
I
He
hope so too.
he was the patriarch. I don't know anybody that didn't like Larry Frost except Vaughn.
Right? Yeah. And then the other Frost that couple, was it Marcy
Marcy and
and her husband? They
yeah,
were a down to earth couple, or are a down to earth couple as well. See, that's the problem. They're just regular down to earth country folk from Kentucky and who can see through the BS.
yeah, yeah. But they were always plotting against Vaughn and forging government documents, and they had senators in their pocket.
Yeah, and
Prob-
the banker did too, and the neighbor across the road, and everybody else. And
yeah,
so, was it you that was telling me, or did I hear this somewhere else? There's a chance that Charity is somehow related to the Frost
yeah,
family?
yeah, yeah. Either they an involvement like with Alice or a marriage, something connection by marriage, but they're all sort of interconnected, and I cannot remember where that came from, where I heard that, but it was
Oh,
one of the reactors that maybe it was on Discord. I can't who
um,
would know would be Todd Malakote.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but, and he's over in, not is it Gertrude's? Secular Opinions Discord. Anyway, Todd Malakote, and I hadn't seen Todd Malakote for a while, just off and on,
Mm-hmm.
'cause I thought, "Okay, he's a cute guy, he's, good musician, everybody loves him, he
Mm-hmm.
donates money to people," but I thought he was a smart ass. So I sort of, like, skirted around, but I got a good look at him. He has lost all kinds of weight. I guess
Yes.
he's been working out, he's got a neck. He's a nice looking guy.
Oh,
Nice looking guy.
I always found that he was a nice looking man. And even when it was chubbier, when he used to stream from the kitchen. Um, and the thing is, but that weight loss, as you probably know, was because of a challenge she brought up to Vaughn.
Oh my gosh, that was a okay.
And
Okay,
that was a workout challenge and to
I
lose weight
remember.
and to work
And
out.
and then Todd would film himself
Yes.
on and then it got to where the equipment would just be in the background.
But
But Todd looks I thought Todd was, simply because my view was colored by the fact that I thought he was a snotty pants.
well, I
Yeah,
think he is,
but
but
anyway,
in a good way.
he is in a good way.
Yeah.
I've gotten over myself. So
Well,
Todd,
yeah.
yeah, but anyway, I bet he would know. He keeps up with a whole lot of stuff. Hmm.
Oh, he definitely would because, he was
Bought up the liens. He was,
yeah,
right on the front lines of that debacle.
and he
Yeah.
had direct contact with Vaughn, and um he even that's when he's even said that Vaughn had two choices, to stick with him or go with the backers.
And we saw how that turned out.
Well, and I think, I don't know if Todd even said it or not, but my impression was, of course, Vaughn's going to go with the backers because he does not like Todd.
Yeah.
And if anything, he should have licked his boots because he bought the liens.
Yeah.
I mean, he bailed him out.
And bought him a lot more time. A lot more
Yeah.
time.
And I don't think Todd's the type of person that's going to pull up stakes from his state and drive all the way to Kentucky and park his butt in a teeny weeny one horse town in Kentucky and live there and kick Vaughn out.
Yeah, right.
You know? I
Man.
yeah, I don't think that was ever his agenda. It was
No.
just to bail the guy out.
Yeah, and Todd, bless his heart, he's a musician, he's a performer, and he does like to grandstand a little bit, and he does it really well.
Yes, he
He
does.
does it r he's got it down. All respect to Todd, quite the
And I
showman.
also I also am very impressed, like, because the last time I saw him on a live stream, I thought, "Wow, yeah, you've really lost the weight," because of that challenge. I felt a bit of respect there, extra respect, because I'm going, even though he knew damn well Vaughn was not going to meet him on the challenge, he went ahead and did it.
Did it? Yeah,
And, basically he did it for himself, and that's the way to go.
heck yeah,
Yeah. But
truly.
I really don't know this whole business of these two guys going to Missouri at knocking on Brett Keene's door. I just
Yeah.
uh
Well, we'll see how it plays out, y'all. Yeah,
then
so
they could stream in Vaughn or in Brett's bedroom because Brett likes to have a lot of tummy time. So laying on his bed, and they could sit on either side of the bed, and all three of them could stream.
yeah, and
And
have
and
snacks, have little snacks,
oh,
little
well, then
beverages.
call Dorn so that she can give him a never-ending supply of mac and cheese.
Well, the yellow, get some of that yellow mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here's what I want to end up with. Okay,
Okay.
I want to make a soundboard. Okay, and I want to do it for the Vons type of segue. One of the a couple of the channels uses the Vaughn clip saying,
Mm-hmm.
"We'll be right back after these messages." Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I wanna do a series of those. So, I say, like, "We'll be right back after I administer this enema." Uh, "We'll be right back after I have myself a douche."
Ooh.
Yeah, okay, what else? Boy, there
Um.
was another one I was but just all of the, yeah, I'd like to have a soundboard of those. "We'll be right back after," fill in the blank. We could maybe run a contest.
Oh, we could.
"We'll be right back after." Yeah.
I
Huh.
use the man wipes on J Dubs.
"We'll be right back after I wipe J-Dub's booty." Um, yeah, okay, so there's a thought, but anyway, a soundboard. I jacked Omni Eris's soundboard, but I can't get it to work because he had, like, thunderstorms and pistolas and
Mhm.
echoes and all kinds of, like, varying soundboard types, just this and it was made from the Canadian named William Scott Shirk. William it anyway, he did the soundboard. He's quite talented, but I would love to have a soundboard. However, I wouldn't be able to play it on StreamYard because I'm operating under the free version. I'm gonna address that. I gotta find out why they just now decided I couldn't use the clips
Yeah, because you were on last week.
and played McGruff,
Yeah.
and now this week okay, what's the date? Today is July 13th. Nothing of
So,
significance in my head that stands out. That date?
so the last time it was the 6th of July.
Yeah, and within that week, the rules changed, and I am just so dismayed. Okay, I'm gonna address that. Yeah,
Yeah. I
and
could see
meanwhile,
that being the beginning of a month, but not in the middle of a month.
yeah, at random, just yeah, I'm not over here bothering anybody. This little tiny speck of a channel,
Mhm.
not making any waves. Took a while to learn that one, but yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna look into that, and I'll report uh, and let you know how it's going, Prairie Queen.
Okie dokie. Yeah, because that would be fun to have the little soundboard going.
I know. I just play it at opportune moments or opportune moments. Okay, here's the one. Here's another. Um, we'll be right back after I get back from shagging your grandpa.
Oh my god.
And I could do it with a sweater and accent.
Oh, oh, there you go. Oh,
We'll
yeah.
be
How is Sweater Ann? You haven't talked about her for a while.
we gotta bring sweater and back on that. Maybe even have a coffee mug or a T-shirt, or a pair of underpanties.
Oh my goodness.
We'll be
Oh
right back after I go shag your grandpa.
my. Oh.
Okay, on that note, okay, let me see. Okay, I closed out. Who was over there? Okay, batches once a month, says Lady Di. Oh yeah, I can only shop once a month when I get my Social Security. I because and I have it delivered because I gave up my car, so I have it delivered. So that I have to really use a lot of discretion shopping things that I can cook batches of, and there's like a delivery fee. You
Mhm.
gotta tip the guy who brings it in, so once a month is all I can manage, so yeah, you get good at being poor. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get I'm
you
good
get
at it now.
creative. Yeah, you get very creative. Like this is how I shop. Like the last time when I got all that hamburger and that turkey, um,
Yeah,
I bought a turkey. I don't believe it.
I love it.
Um, but the thing is, that's how I shop now. I go, oh, this is what they call their lost leaders in the flyer.
Uh,
I'll buy this was on sale, and so was the hamburger and the turkey were on sale. I'm going, okay, got to grab them now. If
mhm,
anything, and maybe just a couple other items, you're buying it now. That's it. But I know that I will be able to creatively use it.
yeah,
And that's how, gone are the days of just going to the store and not thinking twice about, oh, I want this and I better get that. And, you don't look at
yeah.
the prices. Gone are those days.
Gone are those days. I bought name brand everything. I
Hmm.
didn't care. I didn't coupons? Nah, I don't need them. But
Right.
man, boy, times have changed, and you adjust or you die.
And,
Yeah,
I've come to learn that this is like, I'll remind people locally here when they complain about the price of things. Um, I've come to learn that it's like, this isn't just our problem in our part of Canada,
y
in our province. I said, this is worldwide. This is actually the same issues they're having overseas, let's say in the UK, definitely in the UK, Australia, everywhere else,
yeah,
not
and
just
it's
us.
almost like much like lockdown was, like, instantly global, like it was planned way in advance. That
Yeah,
instant global lockdown, instant global, V words, the
yeah,
folks, instant global readiness, very suspicious. Now here is instant global deprivation, deficiency, shortage models. It's just, yeah. And God, there are so many of us, but the different factions who are in charge keep us warring with each other, keep us disagreeing. Boy, if we all ever just sat down for tea and all started talking and realized we all like each other and, hey, we don't have to put up with this, that's very dangerous. That is very dangerous. It's way safer to keep us being suspicious of one another. Way safer for the
Mhm.
guys that have controlled all of this, and I don't
Yeah.
know what to do about it.
Yeah.
I have a friend here locally. She's a dear, dear friend. She's a couple years younger than me, still an old woman, but she's been all of her life an activist. She has a journalism degree from a prestigious university back in Boston. She is been an activist all of her life, and she just, um, I piss her off because I just can't anymore. I
Hmm.
can't, but I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, I was going to say that when I'll get on YouTube and I'll be scrolling through the different feeds, including the news, like the Canadian news, they'll have the
Mm.
clips from, um, and right now the hot topic is nothing but Trump and the tariffs. And and so from another province, a premier, is now turning to the UK to talk to them because of Trump and the tariffs. And I'm just going, oh my God, I just can't. I couldn't
I
before.
I can't either. Oh, that's what it is. I cannot keep the stories straight. I cannot keep the information coming in, which is more often than not contradictory. I can't keep that straight. And my friend is just, she says, and she alludes to the fact that I keep my head buried in the sand. Damn tootin'. I
Yeah,
keep damn tootin'. I don't wanna stick my head up and look at what's driving all you other people out of your minds.
yes, that's exactly how I feel because to go out locally, all of a sudden somebody will bring up Trump and the tariffs. And my brain, I can hear the little switch going click,
Click,
and I
click,
turn right off
circuits
because I'm like,
shutting down. Yeah, yeah.
because I just, and somebody else had made a comment online, and I finally, silently applauded them because it's like, oh no, I know who it was. Um, King Cobra, JFF.
No
He
kidding.
said they're just taxes. And I'm going, oh my God, even Cobra knows they're just taxes. So what is everybody getting their panties in a twist over? They're just threatening of increasing taxes.
Oh, yeah, threat.
Let's
It's
put it
like
in perspective, people.
yeah, and it's like keep the older folks just scared to death that their Social Security is gonna get cut. Okay, this is the last time I'm gonna say it, y'all. They're not gonna fucking touch Social Security, okay? You heard it here, first and last, they're not gonna touch it, so chill out, you old people.
Yeah, and everybody then will complain about the rising cost of food, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's
Well,
also
that's a
we get
natural
taxed
bench.
on that as well up in Canada with we have our provincial sales tax, which we don't get taxed on food items,
Mm,
but sundries and pet food, yes.
yeah,
Um, but then the other one is we have what is referred to as a GST. It's another tax. It's I think 7% across all across Canada. Each
uh-huh,
province has a different provincial sales tax.
okay.
Accordingly, I pay 7%. Newfoundland pays 14%.
Hoo-hoo-wee.
Well, they're a tiny little, island, and
Yeah,
in
yeah,
pretty much. But the thing is, even like at work, I don't. My computer's set up where it doesn't charge the provincial sales tax on um, anything except for the GST, because that goes back into the government. So everybody's taxed with that as well. But the thing is, uh, it's to increase. Like there, how many times have they? Well, for up here, I question how many times have people panicked buying products that they know come from the US and they're trying to bring them
Mm.
into Canada before the tariffs.
Oh,
They have
yeah.
been in panic mode since January.
Well,
Well, since this tariff situation started up. So people have been going, "Oh, I better go get my
toilet
car
paper.
filters now because it comes from the US manufacturer before it's, we're taxed on this, our prices go up on this, that, and the other thing."
Uh,
But you know what? Our prices in yours and mine both are slowly creeping up in all categories.
anyway, yeah.
Anyways, and it's just a tax, but let's call it a tariff so it sounds different. And so, yes, like you were saying, people are going to panic. And it's like, I just go, when I see these online, the latest news clip, I just go, oh, I can't do this. And I
Can't do
just
it.
skip it because it's like, surprise me when it's over because there's a very good chance this isn't going to happen. There's a 50-50. You know what? I can't
Maybe.
do
Yeah.
anything about it. It's the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm just going to live my life.
that's
You know?
another thing. My political, liberal friend is just I asked her, I said, Why would I want to be upset all the time?" Because
Exactly.
she's upset all the time. She can hardly wait to mix her Manhattan cocktail before bedtime at night because her day has stressed her out so much because she talks about conversations between politicians, and she tries to tell me about this conversation and this new I said, "Honey, I can't. Too much information. I just wanna go play slot machines over on Facebook."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I invited you. Did you see my invite? I invited you to gamble with me on
Oh,
Facebook.
oh, okay. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's the Las Vegas Live. It's just like the Las Vegas Strip with all the casinos.
Ooh,
I can give you some hints and tips and
ooh,
all this. Yeah,
okay.
and it's
Yeah.
fun. And they give you free coins all the time. You don't have to spend a 1 red cent I have in the past, but you don't have to spend it. They give you free coins all the time, and it's a hoot. So, anyway,
Yeah, it's always a lot more fun playing slots when it's all free coins. It
y
really is. It
yeah.
it feeds that addiction side of you for the gambling with the slot machine without losing your money.
Yeah, and the mindless repetitiveness, I enjoy that too.
Mhm.
Oh, and, okay, I don't know if John's over in the chat or if Renee showed up. Renee, Pearl's Peril, I've come back a little bit, and I've sent you energy on Pearl's Peril, Renee. Send some back. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about that. Okay, I think we're gonna wind this up, Prairie Queen, unless you have any final thoughts.
No, I'm good.
Yep, me too. I'm gonna do a fish fillet sandwich. I made some tartar sauce the other day, so I got
Ooh.
some buns. I did the, copycat recipe for the McDonald's filet of fish tartar sauce, so I got that. Been
Ooh,
chilling
nice.
for yeah, and I got the real it says, fish fillet, that's pollock, and it looks just like a McDonald's fish fillet, so and I grill the buns and slap that on there, so that's gonna be lunch, second lunch, second breakfast, second lunch.
See,
Yeah.
all that you save money from instead of ordering it or going out.
Or going out. Yeah, there's no gas money involved or any of that. I was telling
Yeah.
somebody who was I talking to? I think it was Mario Heat I was talking to, and was telling him gave up my car and, with the insurance that goes with I said, "It was like having another mouth to feed.
Mhm.
Having a car, phew, boy, what a burden." So I'm glad to be done with it. Okay, so anyway, next Sunday, shall we meet up next Sunday,
I think
everybody?
so.
Great.
Yes. I
Okay,
hope everybody else shows up. Yeah.
I know all 2 people that are still with us. I think we got up to 4 live
Wow.
live viewers, now we're back down to 2. Can't blame you, I am bored with us myself, you guys. Okay, so
Well, that concludes another Sunday afternoon coffee party. The party line.
the party line. Yeah, we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, so, w I'm just gonna abruptly end this, and I'll see you when I see you, Prairie Queen. We'll talk.
Okie dokie.
We'll chat up. Thanks a bunch. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We love every damn one of you. Thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna end stream. Okay, see you later, Gator. Goodbye.
Bye.
Can't play us out even if I wanted to.